All right, welcome. Ever wondered how those huge business deals actually get made? Or how a company finds its next breakout product? Well, a lot of the time, it happens at these massive industry events called trade shows. Today, we're going to break down exactly what they are and how you can absolutely crush it, whether you're working a booth or just walking the floor.
I mean, think about it like this. You go to the mall when you need new clothes, right? But where does a bike shop go to find the newest, lightest frames? Or where does a computer store go to get its hands on the next generation of processors? Well, that's where a trade show comes in. It's kind of like the mall for businesses, and we're going to unpack exactly how it all works.
Okay, so first things first, let's get down to the basics. What in the world is a trade show, and who are the people you're going to meet there?
So at its heart, a trade show, and you might hear it called a trade fair or an expo, they're all the same thing, it's a giant exhibition. But here's the really important part. It's for a specific industry. This is not some random flea market. It's a super focused gathering of pros all playing in the same sandbox.
And this right here is the absolute key difference. A mall is what we call B2C, or business to consumer. A trade show, on the other hand, is B2B, business to business. That means you're not there trying to sell one t-shirt to one person. Nope, you're there as a professional looking to build real relationships that can lead to huge orders and long-term partnerships.
So no matter what trade show you go to, you're going to see three main characters on the floor. First, you've got the exhibitors. These are the companies in the booths showing off their stuff. Then you've got the attendees. They're the professional buyers walking the aisles, hunting for the next big thing. And pulling all the strings behind the scenes, that's the organizer. They're the ones who make the whole thing happen. Okay, but why? Why do thousands of people cram into these huge convention centers? Well, it's about way more than just making a sale right then and there. There are really three big goals that everyone's chasing.
First up, it's the absolute perfect stage for a product launch. You can create a massive amount of buzz. Second, it is all about networking. I'm telling you, one solid face-to-face conversation can build more trust than 100 emails ever could. And third, it's a goldmine for market research. You can do a little corporate spying, totally legally of course, and see exactly what your competition is up to.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's get our hands dirty. We know the what and the why, so now let's dive into the how. We're talking about the practical, physical stuff, the tangible things that are going to make your booth the star of the show.
In a crowded hall, your visuals are everything. First, get your team in matching branded shirts. It just looks so much more professional and makes you easy to find. Second, invest in good, high-quality banners that people can actually read from way down the aisle. And third, have a video playing on a screen. A quick demo on a loop can literally stop people in their tracks.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The classic fishbowl stuffed with business cards from the day. Please don't do this. It's such a classic mistake, and honestly, it's just a recipe for losing out on huge opportunities.
Look, the goal here is to capture intelligence, not just a name. Use a tablet or an app to jot down notes right after you talk to someone. What was their problem? What did they seem interested in? And here's a great trick. Put QR codes on your signs. Someone can just scan it with their phone and get your digital brochure instantly. It's smart, it's modern, and it works.
And by the way, when we say contacts or intelligence, the industry term you're going to hear over and over is lead. A lead is just a potential customer, anyone who's shown even a little bit of interest. And at a trade show, good, high-quality leads are basically gold.
Okay, now for a pro tip. Let's talk about the little things. The stuff that nobody thinks about until it's too late and you're in a full-blown panic. I'm talking about your booth survival kit.
You absolutely need this stuff. A stapler is great for attaching a business card to your notes. Trust me, pens have a way of just walking off, so bring a ton. Tape and scissors will save you from some last-minute sign disaster. And a power strip? Non-negotiable. You've got to keep all those phones and tablets charged up.
And one last thing on the physical prep, logistics. It sounds kind of boring, I know, but it is so important. This is just the art of getting all your stuff, your banners, your samples, your survival kit, to the venue on time and in one piece. Plan this stuff way in advance.
Okay, so your booth looks amazing. The banners are up, the tech is working, but that's only half the battle. Now we've got to talk about your most important asset, your team. The intangible stuff, like your strategy and your team's mindset, is just as critical as any physical banner.
The very first thing you need to do before anyone even talks to a potential customer is ask, what's our goal here? Are we playing a numbers game, just trying to get as many new leads as possible, say 50? Or are we playing a quality game,
trying to sign 5 really big orders right here on the show floor. Your entire team needs to be on the exact same page.
You can't have everyone just standing around waiting for something to happen. A pro team works like a well-oiled machine, and that means everyone has a specific job. Who's going to be the friendly face out front greeting people? Who's the tech expert who can answer the really tough questions? And who's in charge of making sure every single lead gets captured properly?
And this is maybe the most powerful tool your team has. It's the elevator pitch. Every single person working your booth needs to have a 30-second summary of what you do and why it matters memorized. A great pitch like this one tells you the product, the unique benefit, 20% lighter, and the value it brings to the customer. It's perfect. And last but not least, do a quick huddle with your team. Make sure everyone knows the lingo. Just a quick run-through of key terms like lead tracking or branding. Make sure the whole team is aligned and ready to go.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground here. The what, the why, and the how. Let's bring it all home and wrap this up with the most important things you need to remember to succeed.
So if you remember nothing else from this, remember this. Trade show success is a mix of 2 big things. It's the tangible stuff, the physical preparation of your booth with great visuals and smart systems, and it's the intangible stuff, prepping your team with clear goals, specific roles, and a killer elevator pitch. You get both of those right, and you are going to win.
And that's a wrap. So I'm going to leave you with one final question to chew on. If you had to stand in a booth tomorrow, what would your 30-second pitch be? What would you say to grab someone's attention? Seriously, think about it. Nailing that answer is your first step to mastering any trade show.